I'm Rick Wegley, and thanks for joining me on this month's edition of Ask NCM, where we do our best to address questions that come to us from our clients from around the country. A couple weeks ago, in one of our leadership classes, we were doing some discussions about accountability management for people, particularly those who are struggling in their role. And at what point, the question came up, at what point do you decide to pull the trigger on that underperforming employee? And that's such a tough thing. One of the things that we are in this industry is way too slow to fire, way too quick to hire. I was guilty of that myself. We all know what our strengths and weaknesses were, and that was definitely one of mine. But when you're looking at what point in time do I pull the trigger on an underperforming employee in terms of terminating that person or dehiring that person, you have to stop and ask yourself, is it possibly my fault that that person is not successful in their current role and position? You know, and I was reading a book here a while back, and there was a great little paragraph in there, and it said the last thing that you do before you walk out there on the showroom floor and tell somebody you're fired is that you walk in the bathroom and you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you failed. Okay, so when you think about that for a second, you're thinking, have I done everything I can to make this employee more productive or be able to save this employee's relationship with the dealership? So next time you have to come across the situation, is it time to pull the trigger on that underperforming employee? Is that I walk in the bathroom and I look in the mirror, and instead of saying you failed, I will say I will try one more time. And then I will go and I'll take that person aside and I'll sit down and I'll be honest with them about their performance, maybe lack of performance, and things that I've identified that I can help them with, that we can work on to make it better. And if I can get their buy-in on that, perhaps I can save and make maybe one of the greatest employees who could be on my staff in the future as well. So again, before you pull the trigger on somebody, you walk in the bathroom and you look in the mirror. And if you think you've done everything you possibly can to save that person, then you can look in the mirror honestly and say, I've failed. And then you can walk out there and tell that person you're fired. Until then, give it one more try. My name is Rick Wegley, and if you have a question you'd like to see us addressed on a future episode of Ask NCM, please email your request to askncm@ncmassociates.com.